Hey everyone, I'm Saffiano, the Gaming Dilettante, coming out to you with a setup video for my Filofax. So, if you've been watching my channel for a while or following me on YouTube, I purchased this, I think back in November. I was looking for a new planner system, and I had been watching a lot of videos on Filofax, so I decided to give it a go and try one of the Filofax personal sizes. This is a Saffiano, and it is, I think, the raspberry color. I'll put all the details in the accompanying blog post for you to check out. But I finally, this weekend, have it set up in a way that is personal and is really me. And if you're looking into Filofax videos, which I'm guessing because you're watching this one you are, and you might be a little overwhelmed by seeing all of the, the really cool designs and how cute and personalized other people make their Filofaxes. So what I'm going to say is, for me, it took some time to figure out how I wanted to use it, and so I was kind of using it, changing it around, moving things, and then once I figured out how I wanted to use it, I was able to sit down and kind of think about the things that I wanted to have in here. I'm going to go through and show this through to you, everything that I have in here, and give you a little description. Now, some of the things I have taken out, obviously, that are a little personal, any kind of personal information, but most of the stuff is intact. So, I have a blue Le Pen pen in here. That is just the current color I'm using for this week, and when I get to my weekly spreads, you'll see what I mean as far as the color I'm currently using, but this changes week to week. Okay, so inside this pocket here, I don't have much. I have a few Post-it notes here, some of my business cards, and that's just an order that I have to place. And I wrote down a few things that I wanted. Over here, I have my fly leaf that came with it, and I'm using that just as like a note spot. So if there's like random thoughts or things that I go, oh, I have to remember to do that, or I have to remember to call this person, or I have to remember to do something, I'm writing them down on one of the Post-its from over here, and they get stuck here, and as soon as I open it, I can see it, and then either put them on my to-do list, or like for some of these are things that aren't time sensitive that I want to do, like vision board and ideas that came to me when I was going through the 2015 workbook. And so yes, I just jotted them down on here so I had them in a spot that I wouldn't forget them in, but they're not really something that have to be pressing or anything like that for time. This is, again, from my 2015, the workbook that I've been going through. These are daily affirmations that I just printed out the page. I had written in my own affirmations, and then I laminated it. I don't have a laminating machine. I used the laminating sheets, but I actually saw today, I was at Target, and they have like a Scotch thermal laminating machine for $20. So I don't know anything about it, but I might invest in one of those. But for right now, the sheets are actually perfect for me. On the back, I went and searched out on Pinterest, and if you want to follow me on Pinterest, I have a board I created for planner images and also one for inspiration, but these are all just inspirational things that I found last night, printed them out, put them on the back side of this page that I had printed, and laminated the two of them together. Okay, so this is my first page here. This is like my first divider, and I made this divider myself just using regular cardstock, and I used one of my decorative punches to punch that out, and I hand wrote that this is my calendar and my to-dos, and laminated this as well. So it just has some pictures that I found inspiring or pretty, and on the front and on the inside, and these are all again on my Pinterest board if you want to check them out. The next thing that I have here is this file folder that I made. So I made this folder following a tutorial from, oh, I forgot her name. I'm gonna put it in the description on my blog post, and I'll link it below. But she's a really great, I think it's Alexis Trenchcoat, I have to look, tutorial on using like a file folder or something along those lines to make a folder that opens up from your Filofax, and I'm really happy with this. I made two of them. You'll see my other one later on. And inside I just have a couple of Project Life cards. These are from Saffiano, the Project Life cards. Two little Post-it strips, and you'll see where I use those later on, and some stamps. I still have some Christmas stamps left over, so I'm using those up. And what's nice is you don't have to take the whole thing out to use it. You just fold them back in. So this first section is my calendar. These are extra printables. Again, this is part of the 2015 workbook that I was telling you guys about. And if you're interested in the workbook I use, that also is in the accompanying blog post still. You can check that one out. But this is printables for my shining day, and my cat's about to come in here and check out what I'm doing. And your most important things for the day and today's affirmation. So I printed out a couple of these, and they're in here just in the clear pocket that came with my Filofax. My cat's going to sit right next to me here. So this is today's. So what I did was last night, and this is all new to me. I set this up last night. So last night I wrote down what I wanted my most important things to be today and my affirmation, and I pinned that right inside my month on 2-page spread. So I think this might change. I did it last night. It may be something I end up doing in the mornings when I have my coffee. It might be something that I do the night before. I haven't decided yet, but so for right now, this is just today's, and then I have extras printed out so I can change them each day. Then I have my month on 2 pages. This is actually a printable that I purchased, and I'll provide the link from who I purchased it here. And again, I'm terrible with names, guys, so I'll put all of your details below. This is a really nice printable, very easy to print out and cut, and all the instructions are there on how to do it, so it's really good. If you're looking for printables, she did a really good job. And then this is my spread. So this is how I kind of organize my week. Now, I have an app on my phone that I actually use for appointments. So things like doctor's appointments or client appointments or anything like that, they go in my cell phone. My husband has the app. I have the app. We can all add to it, edit it. We know who needs to be where. And so that's how I use that. But for this, and my routine doesn't change all that much from day to day. So this is really for planning purposes, so I don't overdo things, reminders for things that need to be done, like if a bill needs to get paid, or if I have to pay my P.O. box. So little things like that need to be addressed. They go in here so I don't forget. Bring your driver's license, whatever you may have in there. So they all go in here. And little notes, things that I'm doing, so that I can look at my week and say, oh, gee, I've scheduled myself out for a lot of things, or I thought he was going to lay right on top of the Filofax. So, if I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff out with people, I can kind of look at this and say, this isn't a good week to schedule more stuff, or I have some space to do that. I do my to-do list a little differently. I used to put it in the days and schedule, and I felt like it was too, I don't know what the word is. If I put something that I was supposed to do here today, and I didn't do it that day, I kind of felt like, I didn't do what I was supposed to do today. And I just didn't like the idea of that. Unless something had a specific due date that it needs to be done by, I didn't do that. Like my P.O. box, I put it on this week, but it's not due yet. And I just put that up in that top extra this week section, just so I know that this is something that needs to get addressed. But otherwise, what I did was I have my to-do list. I just wrote it out on a pretty Project Life card, hole punched it, stuck it in here, and these are some things that need to get done at some point. If it's deadline urgent, so meaning if the P.O. box is due this week, then I would put, maybe the day or two before that I have to go and pay it so that it's paid on time. Here is my 2015 read list, so any books that I've finished. Obviously I've only finished one so far. I'm keeping a list. I just thought it would be fun to keep a list of the books that I've read this year, so I stuck that in here as well. Now, when I sit down to do my spread, I decorate it. Then I usually sit down on Sunday night when we're watching TV, and I just kind of go through, take anything from my calendar that's pertinent, so anything from the app on my phone, and I'll try to remember to link to the app that I use in case you guys are interested. It's a free app, and I've used it for a couple years now, and I'm very happy with it. But so I'll take any appointments that are not work-related, basically, and plop them in here, and then I just kind of choose a theme for the 2 weeks. So for this week, you can see I did the washi, and I did kind of like a blue color, and that's hence the blue pen. So that'll change this week when I go to do this week's spread. I'm probably going to do something maybe a little more pink or Valentine's Day or something like that. So that's what I do there. And then I have my next month, and I only have until the end of April in here right now because my folder was getting a little bulky. So that's that section. So the next section that I have here is my budget and my bills. I took everything that's in here out right now because obviously that's kind of, personal information, but I found this quote and I loved it. The goal isn't more money, the goal is living life on your terms. I love that. I found that online. So I, again, made a little divider for myself and printed it out. But what I have, the first thing I have in here is another one of those folders that I made, and in here is any of my bills that have to be paid. So this is the envelope that I would keep all the bills that have to be paid, things that have to be renewed in here. And then behind it, I have our budget for, the week and how I write out our budget. And it's just on notebook paper. And I have that in here, and then I just go through when it's, payday, and I go through and I pay everything, and then I just check them off. And, yeah, so that's how I keep track of the bills. The next section here I created is savings and financial goals. So things that we're saving towards, working towards, trips, things like that. So this is our a little weekly money challenge I laminated. I found this online and I thought it was pretty cool. It's you basically start on the first week and you put $1 away. Second week you put $2 away of the year. Second week of the year, third week of the year it's $3, so on and so forth. And again, I think I pinned this on Pinterest. But if not, if you search out 52-week money challenge, it'll come up. And so it's just a little challenge, and by the end of the year you'd have $13.78 saved. So this is something fun that I thought would be, give it a shot and see how that goes, to have like a little extra for vacation or something along those lines. And then this is just loose leaf paper that I have stuck in here for the purposes of billing or whatever, savings, whatever. Oh, and the other thing I do is each goal that we're working towards. So like we have a goal for a family vacation, that gets a page. I also create savings clubs for like Christmas, for birthdays. They all got their own page, so I can keep kind of like a little running total of what we're contributing each week to it, and then what's the total for the savings on that. So everything kind of gets its own page. That's why I kept extra paper in here. This is my blog plans and my videos, my YouTube videos. Now this is new, and I'm in the process of implementing this system. But these are video ideas, and I got the idea for this. This all came from Mrs. Brimbles' channel, and I'm going to link to her video that talks about this, and she also has free printables that you can get off of her video, so you can check that out as well. But what I'm doing in here is these little tabby things, and you might have seen them in the beginning part of my planner, are the little Post-it tabs. And what I'm doing with these, I'm just going to change the angle here a little bit. So what I'm doing with these is I'm writing down, like for here, Saffiano setup. So this is the video I'm working on right now. The videos that I want to record or make, ideas that I have, get their own little Post-it, and they get stuck here. On the other side are blog ideas, and as you can see, I don't have any. Most of these videos will have a coordinating blog post, but if I have a separate blog that I want to write or idea, that's going to get a tab, and it'll go on the back. This is just a little fly leaf that also came with my planner, so that's what I'm using just to stick those on here. And then here are the printables from Mrs. Brimble, and then you can just plan out how you want to use, or when you want to upload the video. So I might say, okay, I'm going to upload this video on Wednesday, plug it in here, and then once I've done everything, I can check it off, write it in, and I know it's been done, and then I can remove the Post-it. I'm not going to go into too much detail as far as how this system works because she did a really good job on her video, so you can check that out. If I start using this more or how I get that set up, if you guys are interested, just comment below, and I'd be happy to maybe go into a little more detail. But pretty much what I'm doing is kind of what she's doing, so nobody needs to reinvent the wheel. She does a really great video, and she was very kind enough to give out these little printables. So that's it. That's how I'm using my planner. I'm very, very happy with it. I'm really happy with the way it came out decorated. I love these folders. These came out nice, and they were so easy to make and fun. I had the folders, these were made out of file folders I picked up from the dollar store, and they were like a pack of, I think there's a pack of 3 for $1. Had all kinds of designs, and so I picked out these 2 that coordinated with my planner. But that's it. So that's my setup for my little planner. I'm going to put all the details, the link to my accompanying blog post if you want to know more, like about this planner, where I got it from. I can provide a link for it. I bought this one off of Amazon, and it was actually a really good price. I forget what I paid for it, but I can post a link for that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and feel free to comment below if you'd like me to elaborate on any section or how I do anything, or if you'd like to see more set videos like this. Please comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks, guys. Take care.